Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning, for some reason, is still up. I don't know why I'm still up, but I'm up. And I just looked on Manga Stream, and the Fairy Tail chapter came out. So I'm like, okay, I'll read it, and then I'll review it tomorrow, maybe mid-afternoon. And then I'm reading it, I'm like, nah, I can't do that. Why? Because Sabertooth for the motherfucking win. That's why. Sabertooth for the motherfucking win. It's that simple. Screw the bullshit. I hate bullshit. Gemma doesn't like bullshit. So what does he do? He screws the bullshit. Me and him would be like best buddies. All right. Well, not really, because he's too old, but still, it doesn't matter. Because he understands that if you're weak, and if you're not doing your job to assist the guild, then guess what? You get booted, and I'm like, good. We need someone like this in this goddamn series. We need someone who has this aesthetic, and I like it, okay? It's somewhat unique to the aspect of the show. I mean, the closest person I've seen to this was the leader of Phantom Lord, but that was like so many arcs ago. Now we have Gemma, who is that same way to the extreme, and that to me is good. So, that being said, Fairy Tail Chapter 281 review, I believe it's going to be 4 or 5 key points. The first key point is going to be the whole entire conversation with Erza and Jalal. They're talking about, and the main gist of this conversation is that the evil presence is no longer there, and then Jalal is giving certain scenarios as to why that is the case. But one thing caught my attention, and he was talking about how the presence itself, the evil presence itself, is very reminiscent of Zeref. So, you know, I mean, because I thought that it was the Malice, but then now that it's reminiscent of Zeref, it could be something like completely different. It could be Zeref himself is there at some point, or it could be I'm not too sure. Maybe Zeref left some magic there at some point that's gonna fully activate during the Eclipse plan. I don't know. And then the next key point is gonna be the reintroduction of Miliana, who is one of the childhood slave friends of Erza. So is Wally, and then that other kid, I forgot his name. I think his name is Sho. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Sho. And I mean, basically, the thing is that, Miliana, she is now a member of Mermaid Heel, and we don't know how strong she's gotten, so it appears to me that she has some form of magic, since she is one of the 5 competing mages for Mermaid Heel. And then she talks about how you know, like, Sho and Wally are still, you know, on their travels, and I decided to like join their guild, and I decided to join a guild. So that's pretty cool right there to see the reintroduction of Miliana. Erza's happy, she's happy for now, but at the end of the chapter it gets very freaking serious, okay? The next key point is gonna be Sabertooth, and I'm like, thank you. I'll get back to that later, alright? So let me skip point 3. Let me dive into point 4, which is, again, Miliana and the whole entire situation with Kagura. And basically, Erza asks about Kagura, you know, like, she's very powerful. I'd like to spar her one day. You know, that'd be a good fight. Her and Erza they would go blow for blow, toe for toe. To see how that would turn out, I would love to see that fight. That would be a good fight. And, I mean, at this point, they probably will have to fight each other, since it is revealed that Kagura's blade, which is called the Arch Enemy, I'm not too sure which one, but regardless, this blade she will not unsheath her sword unless she's fighting a particular person. The person who apparently took everything from her, and that person is Jalal. I like how the story always winds up going back to Jalal at some point. Like, oh yeah, this is Jalal, and then Jalal, and then Jalal. You know, it keeps on going back to Jalal. And basically the thing here is that she has this issue with Jalal, and Miliana fully supports her. So, because like Jalal is the reason why Simon died, and then Jalal had Miliana, Wally, and Shaw for a very long period of time, and used them as slaves, as workers for the, I forgot that tower's name, but I mean, ultimately speaking, Jalal was underneath the curse, or he was being controlled and manipulated by Ultair. So I mean, it's kind of like, it's not really that fair, but still, it's like, Jalal was like the main cause of that. So / Ultair, and basically, if Kagura knew this, then she would probably hunt Crime Sorcier to begin. Like, she probably would, but she doesn't. She has no idea. I think it's basically Jalal. Jalal's the main target. Jalal, and Erza is taking this to heart because she's like, okay, well, I understand that Simon died. I understand that Miliana, Sho, and Wally have been abused, and we're actually, like, we were all slaves, and we were all betrayed by, Jalal. But at the same time, he's changing. He's growing up. He's a completely different person than he is now, and that's really hitting Erza hard. So how that works out, not too sure. And then at the end of the chapter, they give you a preview of the title of the next chapter, which I think is called 10 Keys and 2 Keys, which I'm pretty sure is going to relate to Yukino and Lucy. And Yukino will probably give her keys to Lucy. I don't see why not. I mean, she probably will. And now here comes the main part of this chapter, in my opinion, which is Sabertooth. Yes. Oh my. Yes, man. Yes. Why? He doesn't care. He doesn't care. What happens is that, okay, third key point, okay? We get a picture of Sabertooth as like their own personal hotel, okay? And basically, all of Sabertooth is there, their entire guild, arms behind back, looking mad military-esque, like looking like a true blue unit. And then we have this dude who's just sitting there eating grapes. And he obviously is the guild master of Sabertooth, Gemma. And this guy doesn't. I like his look. He has no pupils. That's how pissed off he is. He has no goddamn pupils at all times. So what happens here is that he gestures towards Sting and Yukino. Sting, he's like, you better not disgrace me, or like, I'll give you one more chance. I'll give you one more chance, and you better not put a pathetic performance like you did today. Sting's like, okay, fine. Yukino, he's like, there are no excuses for you. And then she's like, I understand, I lost the match, and it's a stain upon Sabertooth. And then he's like, no. He throws the grapes at her. He's like, no. You bet your life, and then you lost. And then you were showed pity by the enemy. And then he's like, strip. And this is where shit got real. And by the way, Hiro loves doing this kind of stuff. I mean, like, Hiro, this guy is like, he's a perv. To me, it's obvious that Hiro is a perv, but still, screw it, right? Not important. Basically, Yukino strips. She's naked in front of everybody, okay? Then he, Mr. No Pupils Genma, is like, your guild emblem, erase it. I was like, this guy, he won't stop. So what happens? She huddles over, erases the emblem, and then she bows completely naked, ass up, literally ass up, and then says, it's been a short time, but I enjoyed my stay in this guild. And then he's like, get out of my sight, trash. And I was like, thank you. Thank you. I mean, yes. Is it fucked up? Yes, it's fucked up. But we need the fucked up. We need it. We need it. Okay? Fairy Tail is too campy sometimes. It's too, yeah, woo, yeah. It's like, no. When there should be serious moments, there aren't. For example, must I repeat, Toby in the sock. Yeah, must I repeat, Mary Jane, bikini contest. Woo, yeah, that's so serious. But no, Gemma, he raises the bar in the serious though. Like, yo, this is a serious matter. We are numero uno. We must solidify our position as numero uno, and we must represent ourselves as the best guild in all of Fiora. If you fail, then you get toasted like a bitch in need. And he's like, get out. And that to me that sends home the message to all the other guild members. And that says, if you mess up, you will be treated the same way. Man, woman, child, cat, doesn't matter. You get treated the same way. It doesn't matter. Because I'm Genma, this is my show, and if you screw up my show, you get fired. Same thing here. So, Genma, good. Very good, Genma. Very good. And then Sting and Rogue are talking over this, and then, you know, like Sting's, you know, I think it was Frau. No, not Frau. No, it was Sting's cat. I forgot his name. He said something about like this is a guild, you know, and then Rogue replies, well, it's not a guild, like we're comrades. So it's that kind of mentality where like they're not friends, they're just comrades. Like that's it. Kind of the way like Bleaches sometimes, where like they're comrades in arms. And then Sting, and then I caught this. Sting and his cat leave. And then they talk about how the lady is going to replace Yukino, and then Sting said, "Oh, well, that means that our top 5 guild members are going to be facing it, are going to be fighting in this tournament." So this lady that they're talking about, the young lady or like the young mistress, I'm not too sure which one it was, but basically, apparently there's going to be another female who was going to take the place of Yukino, and apparently she is, if not the strongest female in their guild, since the rest of the main members are all guys. And if she's considered top 5, then she's probably going to be the strongest female in that guild. Meaning that Genma decided to stop fucking around. We're getting serious, okay? So, good stuff. So day 3 may in fact be much better than day 2. Because day 2 was straight the fuck up ass cheeks. I mean, ass cheeks, ass cheeks. So, this chapter Fairy Tail, it was good. It was very good, in fact. Why? Because, granted, again, the fact that it always returns to, like, Jalal, or at least it seems to always go back to Jalal, it is somewhat repetitive, but it doesn't really matter, because Kagura, she's not fucking around. However, she will be hindered by Erza at some point, definitely. Yeah. Oh, yeah, most definitely. Also, how Erza handles the situation with Miliana, I can see it going through my mind about how she could convince Miliana to believe that Jalal has changed for the better. However, it may not be that case since it has been 7 years. It's been a long time. And Miliana has held that grudge for 7 long years. So maybe it's permanent. Who knows? Also, Wally and Sho, we have no idea how they feel right now. They might feel the same way. Sho, maybe not, but Wally, yeah, Wally, I can see Wally feeling the same way. And that being said, Sabertooth for the motherfucking win. I mean, it really is that simple, man. Sabertooth, loud and proud, we don't care. This is how shit works in our guild. If you suck, you out. End of story. End of story. And I like that. I like that. It sends home the message. It sends home the message. Sabertooth, Genma, props to y'all. Good chapter, Fairy Tail. And I'll see you guys later. King Lightning, rate, comment, subscribe. Peace. Have a good day.